All right, we're recording. Okay, Seth and Jackie, you guys want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Okay. I'll do it. Okay. Hey, guys. I'm Seth. This is my wife, Jackie. For those of you who don't know us, we are, well, she is technically a Ruby with It Works Global, but I get to say that I am because she is. Yay. So we're Rubies with It Works Global, and tonight we are going to take about 30 minutes and talk about marketing, why it's important to market, and how to not be in your comfort zone. Is that right?
We're going to talk about basically marketing on social media in 3 different ways. So number 1 is why it's important to market on social media. Number 2 is how to market on social media. And Seth's going to say how to market well.
Properly.
But I just said how to market. And then 3 is we're going to talk about your comfort zone. I'm going to leave that one kind of vague for now, and we'll talk about it more at the end. So the first one I want to talk about is why it's important. So I'm going to let Seth start.
Okay. Why it's important to market. Very simple. 1/3 of the entire world uses some social media platform, whether it be Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube, something like that. Over 30% of the entire world, not just the United States, but the world, use it.
On a regular basis.
Yeah. And one thing that we were going to talk about was if you search for something on Google and you see it at the very top of your result bar, they're usually paying Google to put them up that high. And for every $90-ish,
yeah, for every $92 that people spend to promote like their website or their business, whether it's on like the Google search or whether it's on a Google search or somewhere else online, like those ads that pop up on the side of your website and everything. For every $92 that they spend, they only make about $1. So that to me is why social media is such a beautiful thing and such a great way to market your business, because we don't have to pay for social media.
Nope.
So like people are spending hundreds of dollars to make $2 or $3, and we can make hundreds of dollars, thousands, like however much we want, and we're not having to pay to promote our business. So I think that's the beautiful thing about social media, and that's why it's one of the reasons it's so important to market on social media.
And it's important because according to a 2015 study, 72% of all adults use Facebook, and 70% of that 72% log in at least once a day, maybe even more. And that averages out to about 1.13 billion people every single day using it. And also 3/4 of those people are also on Instagram.
Yep.
So they're not just sharing their stuff with one website, they're sharing it with another. So even more people are being reached.
Facebook is, 72% of adults use Facebook. So Facebook right now is definitely the larger and the more popular of of all the social media networks. But 28% of adults still use Instagram, and 59% of Instagram's users use it daily. About 35% of users on Instagram use it multiple times a day. But that's almost 60% of people who use it at least once a day. Whether they just go through and look or they post, but at least, or almost 60% use Instagram daily. Another statistic, I couldn't find the exact numbers, but a large majority of teenagers between 16 and 18, I think, or it's roughly the ages, think that Instagram is the biggest social media site, which says to me, right now Facebook isn't, it's still very important, but those people that are 16, 17, 18, they're going to be able to join your business soon. They're going to be legally old enough. So Instagram, even though it only has 28% of adults versus 72, it's still super important because of those, a lot of the younger people, 16, 17, 18, use Instagram over Facebook. So that's why Instagram is still important. So 28% of adults, 72% of adults for Facebook, that's a ton of people who use social media. So that's why it's so important to market on social media, because you have, 1 billion people a day. So the next question would be how do you market on social media? So that's going to start with that one.
That's where I come in. Okay. How to market. Perfect. Everybody, believe it or not, knows how to market. What everybody does not know how to do is market properly. So when you're trying to market something, it is very important to be intentional. You do not need to be random with how you market because you need to focus and be intentional on what you're doing. Perfect example. There are things you do post about and there are things you absolutely do not post about at all. And here we go. The things you don't post about. Number one, politics. Anything political. Try to avoid that at all costs because we are all human. We all have different ideas about what politics should be and what they shouldn't be. So that is a very important issue to avoid. Not necessarily at all costs, but do not ever disparage somebody's political views because that is not a good thing. They will look at you as a negative person and not want to be in business with you. Another thing you never post about is drama of any kind, whether it's family drama, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife drama, baby mama drama, baby daddy drama, because we all know somebody on Facebook who always has that drama out there. You never need to like that. You never need to comment on it. If you want to be like Jackie, you can go through and read all the comments and silently judge them while you do it, but never like or comment on that because that's negativity. Some people will say, well, why can't I post about that? Because any negativity is drama, and any drama that you can avoid for sake of your business, you need to do. Another thing you need to avoid is the like and share posts. We've all seen them. Like for Jesus, ignore for the devil, share so you don't have to pay for Facebook. You guys, we've seen those a million times and we've never had to pay for Facebook. So let's just go ahead and put those out of our mind. Mark Zuckerberg has enough money, but we don't have to pay for Facebook. And if you ignore a post, you're not going straight to hell. You heard it from me, Reverend Seth. You're not. Okay. Now, yeah, I'm an ordained minister, by the way, just saying. The do's about posting. Everybody has 5 things or more that make up their entire lives. Jackie's is coffee, books, God, me, because I'm amazing, and our dog Brownie. So if she's not posting about it works, which believe it or not, you don't always need to do, then she's posting about one of those 5 things.
That's true.
My 5 things are comedy, or America, not politics, God, my wife, and my dog. So if I'm not posting about it works, those are the 5 things I'm posting about. I did steal the dog from her. Anyway, it's so important to be personal with your post and not to sound salesy. That's one of the things I was trying to think of the word earlier, salesy. If you're going to post about fat fighters, don't just put a picture of fat fighters and be like, these are great for carbs, $25, message me right now and I'll get you started. No, please, never do that. A perfect example, Stephanie, you've done this and I've seen it. She'll put a picture of like a plate of pasta and she'll edit it with PicTapGo. PicTapGo, great app. If you don't have it, please get it. She'll edit it on there and be like, I love nights when I can eat pasta and thanks to fat fighters, I get to remove this many carbs, this much fat. If you want to get started, message me and we'll talk about it. That is perfect because she includes herself. She's always smiling from ear to ear. The camera's about to break because of how much she's smiling. And she always makes the picture look really good. She's not just putting the product, so it doesn't look like she's just trying to get your money and she's just trying to sell you something. Another thing, I think it was Sam, you put about you being at the beach. It may have been, I think it was either you or Brittany. Put about how you're at the beach and how it's because of it works. People love posts like that. If you throw a selfie in there about being at the beach, have the beach behind you and have the sun right there, people love that, and that's a positive thing. You're not going to have anybody comment on that and being negative towards you. They're going to be positive. They're like, oh, man, that's so awesome you get to be at the beach. I wish I could do that. And there's your doorway to it works right there. Well, you know, I used to be stuck behind a cubicle. I used to be stuck at this job. But now because of it works, I get to do this. Let me talk to you about how. Mm-hmm. There you go. So those basically are your ways of marketing properly. Don't sound salesy. Include yourself. I don't mean to sound selfish, but it needs to be about you. Nobody else. Use yourself. It is good to share stuff about people's stories. Like we'll occasionally share stories of people who have had success with it works. But for the most part, it needs to be about yourself. People can see you succeeded. They can see a result you had with WOW or with RAPS. They see somebody else they don't know, they're not going to believe it most of the time. But if they see your results, they'll believe it. Usually. So that's how you market properly. And Jackie had a few things to say.
Another thing like while you're sharing your post, while you're talking about your 5 things that define you, something to consider using is videos. I feel like I said that funny. Over 80% of people, it's actually like 87% of marketers use videos to market their stuff. Like, I don't know what the other word for that would be, but 87% of all marketers, whether it's like on social media, face-to-face, like marketers in general, 87% of people, think about commercials, those are videos. People pay millions of dollars to have, just like a brief little commercial during the Super Bowl because they know that videos matter so much. And videos are important on social media as well, which is why every single social media site that I can think of, except for maybe like one, and that one I just don't know, you have the videos of some form. Facebook, you can go live, you can share other people's videos, you can post your own videos. Instagram, you can go live, you can share other people's videos, you can post your own videos. There's like filters for them. Snapchat, you can take pictures and send it to people, or you can make a video. Seth and I love to go on Snapchat. I love it. I make him do it. I don't really know if he likes it or not, but he does. But I love to go on Snapchat, take my phone, go to the filters. There's one with like the big mouth, and it sounds really, really funny.
Hey guys.
That's how he sounds. And I love to go on Snapchat and make those little short videos, and then I'll post them on my Snapchat story, on Instagram, and on Facebook. So I'll post them on all 3, but I use that app. Facebook and Instagram, you can go live. I just saw yesterday that Instagram now you can go live and post it like how you can on Facebook, so people can go back and watch it later, which is really cool because on Instagram before you never could. Like, once your live video was over, it was gone. So people are going back and watching those videos. Actually, it's 85% of people on Facebook who watch videos watch it without sound because they have it set up to automatically play videos when they're scrolling through.
And the marketers, I guess that's the word, of Facebook know that this is happening because used to when we had those videos, there were no words, there were no captions or anything. It was just the video, so you had to click on it to watch it. Now, you'll see one that'll say tap for sound, or if it doesn't say that, it'll have the captions. So you can actually watch that video without pressing on it. Mm-hmm. And they know that, and they're getting just as much feedback and just as much popularity, even though you're not clicking on it. So it's helping them to grow stuff because they're usually ads or something funny. So they're helping them grow their business. Why can't we use videos to grow our business?
Yep. 54% of executives for, just various companies, like executive level, like people in companies, 54% of them said that if they had the opportunity to read information or watch a video with the same info, they would choose the video. So videos are powerful. A picture makes 1,000 words, 100 words, 1,000. Pictures are worth 1,000 words. So how many more do you think a video is worth?
1 million.
Okay, 1 million
That's
more.
just my opinion.
Videos are very powerful. And those are just a few ways. I think my favorite way is to go live on Facebook and on Instagram. It never used to be, which we'll talk about our comfort zone, but I used to hate going live. And if I had to record a video and post it, sometimes we would do challenges and stuff. Post a video talking about your favorite product today.
You'd re-record it 35,000 times.
I would at least do 7 times. Legitimately.
I think 35,000 is more accurate.
I would sit there, I would mess up one word, but nope, start over. And he's like, Jackie, I messed up.
I would say Jackie, but then I would do the same exact thing.
Right.
I mess up one word and nope, start over. I'd do it 15 times on a 30-second video.
And I think that's because, no one, we're all human, right? We don't want to look dumb. We don't want to look like we can't do something or that we're inadequate. But honestly, that's real. And just like what Seth was saying about, I don't even know what you were saying. Now I lost my train of thought. See, you don't want to seem fake. That's why it's okay to record videos, to do this Zoom that, I was like, Steph asked us a couple weeks ago, hey guys, what do you guys want to train about? And I was like, nothing.
She's like, hey, you're doing this video with me, right? I said, no.
And then she messaged me and was like, hey, did you see my text? And I was like, mm-hmm.
I chose to ignore that text.
because people don't want to do stuff that they're not comfortable with, which is, we'll talk about the comfort zone, but videos, even though a lot of people aren't comfortable like recording videos or going live, they're so powerful because people watch them. And a lot of times, like if they watch them live with you, Facebook and Instagram will tell you, hey, this person's on there, this person joined. You have this many views, this many people commented. And the more you do it, even though you may not want to do it right away, like the first couple times you do it, you may only have 2 or 3 views or a couple likes. But the more consistent that you do it, then the more that people are going to join. And it doesn't just have to be about the business. Seth and I went live on Facebook and Instagram yesterday, and we talked about Steve McQueen because I didn't know who he was. And so then we were talking about that, and then we ended up talking about Journey. And then today, this lady, it's my parents' pastor's wife, she posted a Journey song on my wall because of our video. So that just shows you how videos are powerful. And also, it kind of goes to our third point of how to market, which is connecting with people. If you connect with people well, then they'll do stuff like that. They'll watch your videos, they'll comment on your posts, you'll get hits. But also, when it's not about the business, they'll still be interested.
Yeah.
You know, they'll comment, they'll write on your wall and say, this is a Journey song, you should listen to this one, since I said Journey wasn't relevant. And I made everyone offended. Like, I mean, too, it's just when I said on my Facebook Live, but they shared it. They're like, yes, they are. There's these songs. Sorry. But that never would have happened if I wasn't like, Seth, let's just go live and talk about this, even though we didn't really want to. So for connecting, I put 3 things: who, what, and why. So who do you connect with? Well, you should connect with people who have influence, and you also want to connect with people who you relate to. You don't want to seem fake. So it's really good to connect with people, like and comment on their posts, specifically comment, but you don't want to seem fake about it. So if someone bought a new house, you know, hey, congratulations, that's a great way. And like Seth said, you want to be, you know, go the extra mile. He gave the example when we were talking about it earlier, just like what to say tonight, of a car. We got our car, you know, everyone's like, oh, congratulations. Something you could add to that is, oh, where did you get it? Or what kind of car is it? That'd be a question I would ask because I don't know anything about cars. And it may be a picture of the car and I still don't know what it is.
Like I was saying earlier, people who buy a new car, buy a new house. Everybody is going to say, nice house, nice car. But for you, if you want to go the extra mile, you can say, oh my goodness, really nice car. I love the color. Where did you get it? Or if someone gets their hair done, everybody's going to be like, oh, your hair looks good. You can be like, oh, who did your hair? They did really good. Like all this stuff, you can go the extra mile by adding just a little bit to that comment, and they're not going to remember the 50,000 congratulations they got. They're going to remember the, oh my goodness, it's a really nice color car. Where did you get it from? Where can I get one? That's what they're going to remember. That's what they're going to gravitate to. So that's what they mean about people you relate to. And when we say people with influence, when we first started It Works, we had no influence at all. Well, at least we thought we didn't. We did, but we didn't think we did. Now we have influence because we've constantly built our influence up. Now, if we talk about anything, people are just like, oh, hey, I saw your video. Hey, I watched your video. So we're building our influence up. And so that's what she means with the who, and she can talk about the other people.
But that was also the what. You know, you want to, how do you connect with people? It's by liking their posts and commenting on their posts. And like Seth said earlier with sharing your own posts, you want to be intentional with what you comment.
Because it's a Facebook algorithm especially.
Yeah, if someone posts about like a picture of their child and you're like, oh, cute baby, but their content of their post was talking about how their child is sick, is in the hospital.
Yeah. Don't put cute baby.
It doesn't add up, you know?
They know for a fact that you're not looking at what they're writing. You're just looking at the picture. But if someone puts a picture of their baby and they're like, oh my gosh, my baby's so sick, please pray, but it's a picture of that baby doing something adorable, really read what they're putting. Don't just assume that it's something good. They're like, oh no, I'm praying for your child, blah, blah, blah. Just say stuff, because anything you say to people, it goes back to like instant gratification. They want people to know that they're there for them and that they're going to be there no matter what. So when you see a post about a sick child, especially if you know the person, comment on it and say something. And don't just be like, oh yeah, whatever, we're praying. Say, no, hey, we're like, if their kid's name, use their kid's name. Hey, we're praying for Alex. Hey, we're praying for John. Use their name.
Just his name.
Yeah.
And then the why. Why should you connect with people? Well, there's a couple different reasons, but the main two that I could think of are your posts are viewed more. Seth just said something about the Facebook algorithm. Basically, that's a fancy word, or Facebook's not a fancy word.
Facebook connects you to who you like and comment with.
It's just how, like, who sees your posts. That's what the algorithm decides. Who sees what is shown first, what's not shown. That's what that does. So if I'm constantly liking Seth's posts and commenting on his posts that he doesn't post, but whatever. If I'm always commenting on his stuff, I'm going to see more of his stuff. But guess what? He is also going to see more of mine. Because when you interact with each other, Facebook's like, oh, they think that stuff is interesting, so I'm going to show that more.
And see, they don't even have to like anything you put. They could never like a single It Works post that you put, but if you like one picture they put, or if you start liking more, they're going to start seeing more of your It Works stuff. And eventually it'll be seared in their brain, hey, I'm seeing more of this stuff. Maybe I should check out what it is. Maybe it's something that actually does work. Let's check it out.
Right. So that is one of the reasons, like, your stuff is going to be viewed more if you intentionally connect with the right people. You connect with other, like, and you can kind of think about your 5 things. I love to connect with people who love coffee, or like other people who have dogs. I know Sam, she always talks about like liking to connect with like other twin moms, because that's something they have in common. So that'll make it easier. And then if you show that you care about people, like that you truly are reading what they're posting and that you care about them, that's going to make them more interested in what you're saying.
Because they'll know that you're not being fake. They'll know you're being real.
Right.
But, so we talked about marketing. We talked about how to market. We're finally going to talk about the last thing, which is your comfort zone. We all know nobody wanted to talk about this, but here we go. We're going to talk about it right now.
I think, and whether you can just take this and make it, think whatever you want. But to me, in my opinion, fear and not wanting to get outside of your comfort zone, which really is the same thing, is the number one reason that people are not successful, that they're not successful with their works or just in life, that they don't get their dreams that they have, that they don't try something new, that they don't stick with something. Like, the list could go on and on. But fear is the number one reason that stops people from doing whatever it is that they're wanting to do in life. So as much as you don't want to get outside of your comfort zone,
you have to.
You have to. One way that, after we started this business was going Facebook Live. I hated it. Like I said, I didn't want to record a video, let alone go live and let all these people see me, and then I'd be on the internet forever. Like, I didn't want to do that, but I did. And you know what? The more that I did it, the easier that I got.
Yep.
Did you want to add anything?
Yeah, sure. Well, I was just going to go to the next part. But also, another thing about videos and stuff we were talking about, we have a YouTube channel, and YouTube is actually more important than people think.
Oh, yeah. I want to say this.
Okay, Jackie wants to say this part.
Because it shocked me. YouTube reaches more 18 to 49-year-olds than any cable network in the U.S.
Anyone. That is astounding to hear, you guys, because most shows, especially shows that are out right now on television, their target demographic is 18 to 49. I guarantee you, we all have a TV show we watch, well, except for us because we don't have cable. We all have a TV show we like. My favorite TV show was called Last Man Standing. It just got canceled for crazy reasons. But the target demographic was 18 to 49, and most shows out are. So for YouTube to literally reach more 18 to 49-year-olds than any other cable network that the U.S. has is astonishing.
Because, I mean, those millions of people who watch
millions and millions and millions. But like she said about the videos, we have a YouTube channel. We did that as a way to break out of our comfort zone. We first started our first YouTube video. It was like, we don't really know if this is going to take off. And it's not like we're superstars, but we've had people comment on it that we've never met and say, hey, you guys, this is a really good video. Hey, I love the video. Hey, this is really cool. Like, I never thought that would happen when we started a YouTube channel, but it's helped us, both of us, because neither one of us like going live. Neither one of us like making videos, and this has helped us move on. And so we're actually breaking out of our comfort zone. I'm not going to say it's not going to suck when you do it, because it is. It's your comfort zone for a reason. It's where you feel comfortable. But once you break out of it, you're going to feel so much better. You're just going to want to get out there and push more, and it's going to be so much better for you.
Yeah. Just because it's called your comfort zone doesn't mean it's
not where you're
your
supposed to
good
be.
zone. Like,
Yeah.
it's not always good for you. Obviously, sometimes it's nice to just be comfortable and, like, sit at home in your sweatpants and a big t-shirt and you're comfortable at home, like, but it's not where you always need to be. You know, sometimes you need to, and I don't mean that in a physical way, but it could be like dress up, like make yourself do something that you don't want to do and see where it takes you.
Comfortability leads to complacency, and complacency will lead to death. Not necessarily physical death, but death for your business,
Your
even
dreams.
spiritual death. Your dreams. We have a dream board, but if we get too complacent, that dream board will never come to fruition, ever.
Yep. And that's why it's so important to keep pushing yourself, to market yourself, and to, you know, do it in the right way. But yeah, and to get outside your comfort zone.
Because that's basically all we have to say about marketing. Not really sure what to say now.
You did so good. I'm so proud of you.
Okay.
Does anyone have any questions?
Anybody at all?
Does anyone have any questions? I think I can stop. Is it me?
You're going to have to mute Jackie and then try to talk, maybe.
Okay. I'm going to stop the recording.